Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? First off is the importance of the events. We are going to choose high importance event. There you go, and we are going to choose medium important events from all over the world. So what do we have here? Asian session data from Australia, employment change, full employment change, and unemployment rate. Unemployment rate increases from 4.0 to 4.1, just as expected. Full employment change up from minus 23,000 to 54,000, and employment change down from 60 to 44,000 jobs. People Bank of China loan prime rate on the level of 3.10%, no change here. German PPI in line with the previous data, minus 0.1%, no change here. Quite disappointing because forecast was 0.6. We are still waiting for the Turkey and the overnight borrowing rate, overnight lending rate, and over 1 week repo rate. All of this will be released at noon. Then we are gently going towards the US session. Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index and Philly Fed Employment data are scheduled for release at 2:30. New Housing Price Index and LMPI are scheduled for release at 2:30 as well, but this data are from Canada, and at the same time we got initial jobless claims. So please notice 2:30 initial jobless claims and Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, very important data release. German President Joachim Nagel give a speech at 5 o'clock. 1 hour later, we got crude oil inventories and cash in crude oil inventories. At 10:30, we got Fed's balance sheets, and then we enter the Asian session. We got trade balance data from New Zealand. So, second part of this day, which is of course the US session, will be much more important than the first part of this day. Nevertheless, we are still going to take a look at some charts. We start with euro dollar. This is 30-minute chart of the euro dollar. Let me switch to the 4-hour, because on the 4-hour chart we can see very interesting development to the downside. And what we see here, let me just take the magnet. The extension of the downside swing, it might be some sort of the correction down towards minus 0.8%. It's still lower than the minus 1.15 here. Sorry, 1.51 here, the previous correction, which is labeled as the wave B. Nevertheless, it's getting bigger. So right now, let me just remove this one. What do we have here? Let's just take a closer look on the euro dollar. So we went down towards the level of 1.0401, and we are just above the 100 periods moving average, just above the lower channel line as well. So we should prepare ourselves for the eventual test of this line. So this is the trend line. We might see some kind of a test here soon. Now, technical resistance 1.0468, 1.0461. Now this is the resistance. As you can see, the market still reacts on this level, so they are quite important. And now newest resistance 1.0433. It's a resistance as well. Local support might be located here, 1.0376, after the breakout is done. So that's the first immediate technical support in the short term for the euro dollar. RSI down towards the level of 41. Now it's bouncing towards the neutral level of 50. However, the outlook is now way more bearish than it was before. There is still room to the downside here. There's room to the downside here. Let's see how the euro dollar will react on this. US dollar, Japanese yen. Let's switch to daily, because on the daily time frame chart we got this famous trend line here that was violated. We got 100 periods moving average that was violated. A fake breakout to the upside with the bearish engulfing pattern at the top of the breakout, which means that there is a rejection of the level of 154.81 back under the 100 periods moving average, and just recently we are back below the February 7th low. Now the level of 150.95 is the technical resistance, and today we are breaking lower. Next target for the bears is 148.81, the low of the December 3rd 2024. Momentum clearly rejected. Let me just take a look here, because it's a very nice example. 50 points is here, and the momentum clearly was moving towards the level of 31, then bounced towards the level of 50, clear rejection, and now we are back. We are going back towards the extremely oversold market conditions on the daily time frame chart. There is a room to the downside on the RSI. There is a room to the downside here. So next target, technical support, as I said, and we will see how the market will react from the extremely oversold conditions on a daily time frame chart of the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Very interesting situation. So again, please keep an eye on this level here. Now, if we talk about the US dollar to the Canadian dollar, let's now take a look what's happened here. Big reversal bar from the February 3rd with an actual top located at the level of 1.4791. Now it's a technical resistance, very, very important technical resistance. We broke below the consolidation zone, and the low of the consolidation zone at 1.4278 has been violated as well. Now it's going to work as the technical resistance. Now this is the low from the September 24. This is the low from the August 24. So we got at least they're almost the same, almost the same. So we got at least 6 months of the bullish development to the upside. Now the market is clearly in the pullback, in the corrective cycle of this movement to the upside. So we can see now the situation with, there you go, the technical support 1.4176 is now the technical support, which is just above the 100 periods moving average 1.4118. Now we are bouncing from it, but the momentum is still negative. The momentum is still under the trend line. If we apply the trend line here from the momentum high towards this level here, we can still see that the momentum is moving lower, and if we apply the horizontal line in form of the level of 50.4999 is pretty perfect to me. We can see that the momentum is below the level of 50, below the neutral level, down towards the negative sentiment. So the market is under the bearish control. The bears are pushing the prices lower. So the next target, 100 periods moving average for the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And if we talk about the Canadian dollar, we need to talk about the crude oil. The crude oil market is moving higher. However, after hitting the extremely overbought conditions just recently at the level of 80.76, very big slump in the RSI has happened. So right now this level will act as the technical resistance, and the market might be willing to move lower very soon. Now we are trading around the level of 77.76, so we are already a few bucks below the recent swing high. Nevertheless, we might see some kind of a movement to the upside after the momentum is calmer. The key technical support to the upside, the key one for the bulls, is located at 72.29. As long as we are above this level, the outlook remains bullish to sideways for the crude oil. And last but not least, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. And still, this market doesn't do anything completely at all. But we need to check it. We need to know what is going on here. So we are checking out on the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is still moving inside of this narrow range. Recently we tested 94,000. Now we are testing 100 periods moving average. Very small candles, very low volatility. We broke above the level of 50, but it doesn't mean anything because we've seen this price action on the RSI. We've seen this price action on the chart for many days before this situation started in February 4th. So it's over 2 weeks now when we moved in this sideways, pointless, trendless range trading zone, and we are still waiting for the breakout, for the decisive breakout on the Bitcoin, either above the all-time high or below the technical support at the level of $89,007, because that's our swing of reference. This is why we look at this Bitcoin. So keep waiting, guys. Nothing is going on here. Perfect trading conditions for all of these range traders. So they are having a blast these days. In about 2 weeks. No, from 2 weeks. Yeah, from 2 weeks they're having a blast with trading this price action. Keep waiting. Patience, patience, patience. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.